So I think the lean startup philosophy or framework is equally applicable to Central European entrepreneurs as they are to American entrepreneurs, to Chinese entrepreneurs. The underlying philosophy suggests that startups are radically different than large companies. They are subject to tremendous, massive uncertainty. If you don't buy into those sorts of things, then lean startup philosophy is probably not for you, which is okay. Then don't do it. If you have a better way of doing it, please tell me, and I'd love to do it. But I think there's the new startup reality. Startups are global. They're more social than ever. They're cheaper than ever for the most part. The same sort of tools and frameworks are equally applicable to Central European entrepreneurs as they are to American, Chinese, Indian, South American, what have you. I don't know. I don't know if there's such a thing as a typical lean startup. I think we can all use these techniques to hopefully find success.
Does it make development faster?
At some point, perhaps not. It depends on what's really the goal. If you understand exactly what needs to be developed, maybe, right? So on the technical side, you have Eric Ries advocates for continuous deployment and how to release features, but that all depends on where you are and sort of your journey to product market fit. But in some ways, it can feel very slow, especially early stage when you're doing a lot of qualitative customer development, trying to understand the problem before you build stuff. Right? Building is pretty easy. If you give an engineer a computer and say, hey, just build features, they'll build features. Doesn't actually mean that you actually get closer to a product that means something. I would say for Lean Startup, Eric Ries's blog. So Eric Ries is E-R-I-C, Ries R-I-E-S, and his blog is Startup Lessons Learned. He's also got a book coming out called The Lean Startup. Steve Blank's blog, so that's steveblank.com, and then his book, The 4 Steps to the Epiphany. There's also a few, besides myself as well, so Vlaskovits.com, VLASKOVITS.com. My co-author, Brent Cooper, he's got a blog, Market by Numbers. And then there's also people like Heaton Shaw as well, who advocate for these sorts of things as well. So there's also a lot of lean startup meetup groups. I happen to run one in LA called Lean LA. Pretty easy to find on Twitter and Google and things like that.